What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, Capri Social Network. In today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show clips on behalf of people giving their perspectives on why so many women are unhappy in marriages. Without further ado, I'm going to cut straight to the chase. After I show all these clips via TikTok, I'm going to give my perspective, or better yet, I may, in between showing each clip, give my very own perspective and 2 cents on why so many women are unhappy in marriages, especially women within the 20-something to 30-something year old age bracket, even 40-something year old age bracket as well. So here they go.
What's up, TikTok? Back with another video. I had seen this video earlier today, and basically a woman was talking about how females that sit here and say they're not happy or whatever, and they married with a man or whatever, and they're not happy. And it's like they'll have a reason on why they not happy or whatever, and they'll say shit like what, like she was basically saying like, what other reason would you know what I'm saying, want to go do and make yourself feel happy? What other reason would it be other than other men? You know what I'm saying? What other reason would you know what I'm saying, be not wanting to be married to that one man no more? You know what I'm saying? Like, other than, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than, if the man is a good man, it ain't really no other reason other than goddamn you want another man, or you know you're supposed to be loyal to that man, so you know what I'm saying, you really don't want to be committed to that man. So if that's the case, especially if you know you're a hoe, why not just be a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Be a 304. You feel me? Like, it ain't no need to keep sitting here trying to pretend like you wifing material. And if you're not, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know you're going to have other interests driven off of your mind to other men, why the fuck are you with one man? Be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? If that's what's in your mind, in your body, flowing through you, then that's what you need to do instead of playing with people. You feel me? Like, that shit is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all sit here and think about money. If you always thinking about what a man can bring to the table, then you just need to go be a hoe. You feel me? If you're not willing to build with a man that because every man is not rich, every man is not wealthy. Some of us are well, some of us are still young as hell. We still got time to really do this and do that and actually experience life and actually build some shit. Because some people ain't had no jump starts in life. Some people had to start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't had they family members and their parents giving them houses and cars and shit to where they don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't had them type of jump starts or those type of opportunities. You feel me? A lot of people ain't had those type of jump starts. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker young as hell and you looking at what the hell he got, why are you looking at, especially if you were older woman, you know what I'm saying? If you older, say you like 26 or some shit like that, and he like 22, you know what I'm saying? And he trying to come at you, he trying to get to know you because he feel like you might be somebody that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or he feel like he like you or whatever. And you sit here and date him and everything like that and start getting to know him and you start dating him, but you know he doesn't have the funds that you would really want a man to have that you're committed to. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then why y'all play these games? You feel me? Just because you feel like, oh, well, motherfuckers with money, men with money feel like they can have multiple wives. So that's why you don't really want to be with them, because you know they're going to be fucking with other bitches because you know they got money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same sense, it's like, I don't know. Why do you expect to get commitment out of a man that is rich and wealthy? You know what I'm saying? But you can't even build with a motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying, on their way up. You feel me? Not every nigga's on their way up. Some niggas is just broke and just, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got no mind to actually really be something and thrive in life. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas just ain't got that mindset because they mind all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But for the niggas that got potential and the niggas that, you know what I'm saying, they got to start from scratch and build their shit up. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't even play with them. Like, why play with them? You know what I'm saying? Not talking about me, because a lot of people sit here and say, oh, you must have been hurt, or you must have been this, that, and the third. Yeah, been hurt in the past. As of now, I got a woman that is really wifey material, and I really want to spend the rest of my life with her. You know what I'm saying? Just let motherfuckers know who might be thinking, oh, he might be talking because he might be going through something right now. Nah, I ain't going through shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just don't understand that. If you're going to be a hoe, if you really care so much about money, find you a sugar daddy or something. You feel me? Go do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get a motherfucker to be committed to you and love you and show you something real when you don't even deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So there are videos going around saying that women are entirely responsible for their own unhappiness and no man should think that he can ever make a woman happy. Only buy into this if you also buy into the idea that a woman can't make her husband unhappy. For example, by not being physically intimate or being kind or whatever. If he should then be able to be completely happy as a clam, even if she's not engaging with him as, you know, a nice spouse would, well, then sure. Then I guess we could say everybody's wholly responsible for their own happiness in some, you know, very philosophical macro sense. But the reality is that spouses impact each other's happiness with their actions. Should you be able to make somebody clinically depressed by being mean to them one day? Certainly not. But let's...
Okay, and part of the interruption, everybody, but I want to give my 2 cents, so to speak, on this topic as well. See, one of the reasons why so many, well, I just put it this way. One reason why so many women that are unhappy in marriages may go as far as being unfaithful is due to the simple fact of how some may, while being married and having a guy who may not have kids by her, may happen to take on the role of being a stepdad to her kid, or kids who may have each of their very own father. She may still be seeing either one of their fathers on an intimate or sexual level. And then they may also go as far as having side pieces, if not on behalf of guys who they may have already dealt with, may have already had kids with. For instance, a woman may be unhappy and very unhappy in most cases in a marriage, may happen to marry in some instances, although most women nowadays like to have their kids before marriage. But hypothetically speaking, say a woman were to wait till after marriage to have a kid or kids by her husband. Okay, with the more longer she was to stay married to him, the more bored she would to eventually get with him, and more unhappy she were to get being with him. Therefore, she may happen to settle for having a side piece, so to speak. In other words, another guy on the side who may happen to be a guy from her job and at work husband, so to speak. If not a guy from her job, a guy usually that she may have met while out and about at the gym, grocery store. And to make matters even worse, she may be part of a gym and may have a membership at a nearby gym, and may happen to be seeing a guy, may be happening to be doing freak offs when a guy who she may flirt with on a regular basis while frequenting that gym, being a patron of that gym. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I know a lot of you guys may not want to hear this, but it's the God honest truth. Anyhow, let me proceed to the next clip.
Men, pay attention. 55% of children are born in too many homes that do not belong to the man who walks around parading themselves as their biological father. Extramarital affairs are part of today's women. It's on the rise. Would you believe if I told you that 83.5% of married women right now cheat? Oh yes, they cheat. They even go as far as getting pregnant, sometimes for their lousy lovers, and they put the child on their husbands.
And I'm glad she mentioned that, because there are some guys who ended up taking care of kids who they thought were actually theirs, married guys that is, only to eventually be persuaded or convinced to take a paternity/DNA test and find out that those kids, none of those kids were theirs. And then to make matters even worse, though, he may have found out that a guy who may have been a victim of this kind of scenario, or he may have found out that his wife, whose kids he thought were actually both his and hers, only to find out they were by another man after taking a paternity test. It may just so happen that other man or side guy may have been a relative of his, it may have been either his father in some instances, his cousin, brother, uncle, even grandfather in some rare instances.
A lot of women are suffering in their marriages because they're fighting for control with their husband. What is sad is now their husband is starting to be resentful, ignore them. Their husband does not care about their heart anymore. Their husband is not trying to please them anymore, and they're wondering what's happening because they're saying to themselves, I'm making sure the family is good. What is your issue? And it's because that man who has been created to be a leader has been pushed down and silent. And I'm telling you what they're telling me. They're saying, Tara, I got emotions too. I got ambitions too. But I have a wife or I have this person. They don't want to hear me. They don't care about my opinions. And if my opinions go against theirs, then I'm supposed to submit to them. Ladies, you have to understand what's happening in society because of the past where men have abused that submission and have not treated them as partners. We have went all the way to the other side, where now we are fighting for our leadership and we are fighting to be heard and we're fighting it to the.
Hey, so today I want to talk to married women that are not happy in their marriage. Maybe you feel stuck. So I've done several marriage podcasts on my podcast, and today I had my husband on. And we talk about communication in marriage. And one of the things that I found with a lot of the women that I've talked to and coached throughout the years and given advice to is women in marriages can feel trapped and stuck, especially when they want to progress and their husband doesn't want to. So here's what I want to say to you. If you are in a marriage and you feel like your husband is not wanting to move forward, keep seeking healing for yourself. Like, God has a plan for you. God is not stuck just because your husband's stuck, okay? God has healing for you. He has solutions. He can bring amazing things out of situations that you're like, oh, it's so frustrating, okay? So I want to encourage you. Feel free to listen to my podcast, but if you don't, just know God has a plan for you.
Girl, get back to being you, the happy you, the pretty you, the fun you.
Girl.
Let me close this out, go back to StreamYard. Now, with that being said, make sure, like always, you smash that like button by showing me how much you may have liked this video and my feedback on this here matter. Make sure you also share the video, comment, and last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you guys be safe and be blessed out there.